guys? So just got finished up with Miguel right now. He's my 6 o'clock client. I have 2 classes right now. I got 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Right afterwards at 10:30, I have another client of mine. So not too busy of a morning, kind of slow. Typically I'll wake up like at 5 o'clock, and then I have another client at 6, and then another one at 8, and then I have another one at 10:30. But today's a little bit more relaxed, so not really looking to, kill myself today with clients. It'll be a pretty easy day. After this, I'm gonna get my pre-workout meal in, go to the gym, and then get groceries with my wife, and then so on and so forth. So we'll see what we got for the rest of the day today. So it's pretty chill. So there's like a huge misconception that you're not supposed to eat before you work out, and I'm here to say that you're supposed to eat before you work out. So something like intermediate carbs would be great for a workout. If you haven't eaten anything for the day, it's just going to be a really quick source of energy. That way you're not dying in the gym. A lot of the time people will be like gassed out by the first workout because they have absolutely no energy in the gym because they haven't eaten anything. So your body needs some sort of carbohydrate for you to push harder into the gym. Without that, you're gonna have no energy. Even if you drink caffeine, you're just not gonna be able to have the same output if you were to eat something beforehand. So it's counterintuitive to come into the gym not fed and expect your body to perform like at 100%. So it's just counterproductive, and it's just not the smartest thing to do. So eat something. All right, so I'm gonna have my client right now, Cassandra, do her in-body. So practically what this machine does is tracks your body weight, your total lean muscle mass, the amount of body fat that you have, and also the amount of water that's in your body. So this is a really good indicator to check if you're doing the right thing in and outside of the gym. So in this case particularly, it's just to see if she's eating enough carbohydrates, enough protein, and a sufficient amount of calories. And in order for her body to sustain the amount of activity that we're doing here in the gym, gained a little bit of muscle mass, and she lost almost a whole % of body fat in 1 week. Now her weight is very fluctual. That's kind of gonna be, dependent on what the person's eating, how many calories they're eating, but from the in-body itself, it's showing me that she's eating a sufficient amount of protein, even a little bit more than what she's supposed to. That way she's able to gain more muscle, and she's keeping her calories relatively around the same amount of body weight that she's at. So she's still like not in a caloric deficit, but she's in like kind of a maintaining level right now. But she's able to eat an adequate amount of protein in order to gain more muscle, just to kind of be able to keep up with the training that she has here. So she's doing a really good job. I would recommend anyone that's getting into gaining weight in general or gaining muscle to eat their body weight in grams of protein, and just making sure that their calories are not too high to start off, because then it's going to lead to like them getting too full too quickly, and then they're just going to fall off a diet plan. So that's something that I would recommend for anyone to do.
Hey guys, little intervention real quick. This is cameraman Mark. John doesn't have enough time to get something to eat because of his very, very busy schedule, which is completely understandable. So he's sending me to Subway to go get him a sandwich. So we're gonna go ahead and do that.
Well, I am a local bodybuilder. Been doing bodybuilding for about 4 years now. I got into it from a friend of mine telling me that I should switch over from powerlifting to bodybuilding, and I really enjoy it. It's a really good passive time for me. So like a little hobby that I do. Bodybuilding is great. I love it. It's a double-edged sword though. It could be good and it could be bad. Just determines on the person that's doing it and for the intention that you're also doing it for. Well, as a younger kid, I was a little bit more of a fat kid, a little chubby kid. So my dad was like, hey, you need to start going to the gym with me. So I would say that my dad got me into the gym. Definitely pushed me to be better every single time. He was the one that really, got me into working out in general. He always had these videos of like Ronnie Coleman, flexing and like Arnold too. So there's some, you know, traces of that influence in there. He was also very, very fit, you know, when he was a lot younger too. My dad was like 20 years old when when my mom had me. He was really into his fitness and all that stuff. So he kind of gave me that avenue to go down. So that's where I kind of drew my inspiration from. So my worst characteristic would probably be my ego. I feel like with bodybuilding, that's such a prominent thing. I feel like the most important thing for you to have in order to keep your ego in check is someone that's, you know, truthful with you. And sometimes the truth hurts. I feel like for that person for me is my wife. She's always been a good person for me to, you know, kind of reference to see if I'm being a piece of shit or not. She'll let me know for sure. She won't ever downplay anything. She always tells me how it is, and you know, I'm grateful for that. And you need people like that. You need people that are just yes men and will tell you that you're the best person ever. My wife threw me a birthday party when I was 21. She had invited a lot of my old friends from high school, and I was able to reunite with a lot of them and, you know, catch up on the things that we had missed in life together. At the time, you know, we weren't really that financially stable, and for her to pull that out was just like, how the hell did they achieve and pay for this, you know? So things like that will always stay with me, and it's a nice little memory that I get to cherish every time I feel like in the dumps. So, you know, I would have to pull my phone again. I'm like, So at number 1, I have Cry For Me by The Weeknd, Char by Crystal Castles, O Fortuna by some DJ, Rigid by Kovasul, and DJ's Chord Organ by Mac Miller. Great album. If you need a great album to listen to, it's a pretty good one. Pretty good. So now rotate to the back. Remember, you want to sit back on your lats, and then you're going to pull back a little bit to show your rear delts. There you go. So if you could see, you can hold that right there. If you could see real quick, when he pulls his shoulders back a little bit more, it's going to show his rear delts. That way it adds more girth to his back. Now for all men's physique competitors, they want to really show out that back and that V-taper. Now if he was to scrunch forward and push his arms forward, so pull your arms forward, he loses so much more size in that delt. When he reels it back a little bit, he's able to really show the dimensions of his back from his delt all the way to his lower lats. There you go. Now, as you can see, from side to side, his shoulders are nice and broad, and his waist looks a lot more tapered in. That's because we're adding a little bit more calories to his diet to really fill out his frame. He's a first-time competitor, so we're trying to put as much size as we can on the body without any excess amount of body fat. So looks really good so far. We're gonna keep pushing him a little bit more with the calories as the weeks come into his bulk, and then we good for that. Now you just carry more fat on the side. Yeah, in the back. You to act like you're right here, reeling back. So like you're doing a bent over row, but through your delts, not through the back. So I want you to do like a rear delt row using your delts. So reeling back. So right here, arms tucked into the body. You're doing a rear delt row, that way your delts pop out, and then you flare out through your lats. Got it. Right here, you want to scrunch this more. Yeah, just how you did it right now. Right there, and then flare out through your lats. Big chest. Flare your lats out there. So these are, there you go. You felt the difference?
Yeah.
So try it again. So rear delts first, and then your lats. There you go. Sit up and back. And you come out a little bit too. Take your chest up. Flare out through your lats a little bit more. More. You can do a little bit more. Hold it. Hold it. So I just destroyed my chest. I started off with some decline flies. Had a really good activation on that for the first part of my workout. Secondly, I did maybe like a mid chest, kind of upper chest fly. Had a really good activation on that too. Had a with some failure because I was just trying to get some chest squeeze and good out of it. That felt fucking great. Following that, I went to a incline reverse gripped press with the curl bar or the DC bar, whatever. And then I supersetted it with some underhand flies and did a really good chest pump there. Finished chest off with some dips, some extensions, and then I did some overhead tricep extensions, so like a skull crusher if you want to call it that. Overall, was a really good pump today. I could have pushed a little bit harder. I was telling Mark right now that I wasn't really able to get my sufficient amount of, carbs and calories that I usually get, only because I fucking forgot to get my food. So that's my bad, obviously. I had Mark give me some Subway. It was fucking pretty good. But yeah, I mean, we're about to go to pick up my wife real quick and then go get some groceries at HEB. Kind of give y'all a breakdown of what we eat from a day-to-day basis, and then some tips that I can give y'all. That way you have a little bit more tools under y'all's belt. You'll be able to really squeeze out the most out of the food. So yeah, we're about to go to HEB right now in a little bit, so I'll catch you guys. So we just got back from HEB. We got our groceries. So we have proteins, we have a little bit of fruit over here, some avocados, beef bacon. This is super good. If you're not a really big fan of pork, I would recommend beef bacon. Super good. 2.5 grams of fat per serving, which is about a slice. 4 grams of protein. So super good. I mean, if you want beef bacon to switch it up a little bit instead of pork bacon, super good. We have some rice cakes too, only 60 calories per rice cake. Only 4 grams of sugar, which is not too bad in comparison to eating something like Hershey's bar, where that's like 40 grams of sugar. So it's a super good quick snack. Put some peanut butter on there, some bananas, awesome. We also have Dave's Killer Bread. It's gonna be a bagel, super good too. 52 grams of carbs, and not too, it's kind of carb dense, but if you're kind of going for more calories and more carbs, then this is super good. 10 grams of protein, which is a good plus too, and only 3 grams of fat, so that's great. And we also have our flatbread, mini flatbread. This is super rich in fiber, which is gonna help you break down your food a little bit more, be able to go to the restroom more easily. 8 grams of carbs per slice, 4 grams of protein, and super good. You could put super low-fat marinara on this with some low-fat mozzarella. Make a little pizza at home with some turkey pepperoni. Super good. If you put it in the air fryer too, it's gonna come out real nice and crispy. It's gonna come out with a really good flavor if you're on a cut. We also got an onion. Well, this is only for the grill, because we're gonna cook chicken first, and then we're gonna cook the beef. But we gotta clean the grill first with the onion. The best salsa in the valley, I would argue, or even in the world, salsa el gallo. I get the habanero because I really like spicy on my food. I like chicken with the habanero sauce, super good. If you want to use it as a marination to marinate the chicken, put the habanero sauce and then get something like a chicken rub. They sell it at HEB, super good. I like it because it kind of gives it that spicy flavor, but if you kind of put it on the grill with like maybe some mesquite, it's gonna give it like a spicy smoked kind of taste. So I mean, I really like it that way. Super good. We have our kiwis here, kind of just to help us, with our antioxidant properties. Get your vitamins in there too. I've had a lot of people say that you're supposed to eat the skin. I mean, I'm not a really big fan of it, but I mean, I'll eat it if I'm in a rush. Just wash it off prior to eating it, because there's a lot of dirt on it and other shit. People grab it with their dirty ass hands. And then my wife bought a fruit salad. So this got a bunch of different things. It's got kiwis, got strawberries, got blueberries, pineapple, mango. Super good, and micronutrients. It's gonna help you with your natural sugars and just all the other good stuff. So just to kind of get that sweet tooth out of the way. And that's pretty much it. So leave it for the flavor, because it has the char on it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's what I'm saying, like. So, me personally, with chicken, the seasoning for me is like kind of standard. I use either chicken rub or I use chicken fajita seasoning with some butter. It's actually pretty good. I have not cooked chicken yet on the actual grill, so today's gonna be a first time seeing how that comes out. So this is a thick piece of chicken, so I'm just gonna cut it down the middle. That way it's kind of like more of a fillet and not an actual whole breast. So let's grab one over here. This side. Down the middle. Make it a little bit more smoother. A little crunchy there. There we go. Cool. Now we're just gonna season both sides. Not too crazy. The fat will come off on the grill, so there's no need to worry about that. A little bit of a chicken rub. Right there. Rub it in a little bit, chicken rub. Too bad. Cool. This side too. Get a nice little coat on there. The more seasoning that you put on that chicken or anything in general is going to have a nice sear to it, so let's keep that in mind. You know what I think I'm actually going to do? I think I'm actually going to do half and half. So I'm going to do half with chicken rub and half with the chicken fajita seasoning. That way it's just a little bit of everything, not too overwhelming with one certain type of seasoning. So the chicken fajita on this one, before. Too. Like I said, the fat will come off as the heat starts to melt it off. So let's just cook that right there. People are probably like, what the fuck is he doing? I fucked up. I kind of killed the fire, so I'm trying to revive it with a fucking hair dryer. See if that'll work. Hopefully it does.
Better than what my parents usually make, honestly.
Alright guys, well, that's kind of a look into our life on a day-to-day basis. Try to keep relatively busy, that way we're not just you know, messing around or screwing around and wasting time. But you know, I really hope that y'all enjoyed the video. That's just kind of an insight of what me and my wife do on a day-to-day basis. Nothing crazy, nothing spectacular, but you know, still getting stuff done every day. You know, if you really enjoy this content, I would really love to learn about what else I could do, other feedback, different things that I can do, what y'all are interested in. Maybe more Q&As in the future if we do something like that, or if y'all want to see like more cat content or whatever, you know, whatever. But yeah guys, check Mark out on his Instagram at Mark the Cameraman on Instagram. Check me out, the John Daniel Silva at gmail.com. And Carla Vianney 23 for her Instagram, my wife. And then yeah, hopefully guys that we can make some more content, see what's up, and then go from there. But peace out y'all.